Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. So as the title says, this is my May review slash demo of what I got in my IPSY GLAM bag. So let's just dive right in. So this is how the IPSY GLAM bag looks. It's a see-through bag with some ice cream and popsicle decor on it. So we're just gonna jump right into the demo. I've already prepped my skin, so we're gonna jump right in and apply our foundation. In this month's bag, I got a foundation brush, a precision foundation brush from Luxie. Normally, I don't like using brushes like these for applying foundation, but we're gonna give it a try. It feels really soft to the touch. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade Cocoa. So I'm just gonna take some off that foundation and apply it and see how that goes. Sure if I should tap it in with this brush because it's not like a dense brush, or I should just swipe it on. Okay, but the thing is, when I swipe it on, it's gonna leave the what's that word? I don't know the word. So let me tap it in. Okay, so actually when I swirl it, I feel like it applies better. I'm not getting the markings on the face, the brush stroke marks. I'm not getting those when I swirl it. So I think for this brush, you have to first tap it in, like to get it where you want and to get the coverage, and kind of swirl it to blend it. The brush feels amazing on my skin. I personally wouldn't use it for foundation. I would more use it like to pack powder under my eyes or for my highlighter, but not for foundation. It's taking way too long to apply my foundation. So I'm just gonna take my trusty beauty blender and finish applying my foundation. Actually should have done this step before I applied my foundation, but that's okay. So another thing that I got in my bag was from Hey Honey, and it's their Shea Butter and Propolis lip balm. Prep my lips for my lipstick down the road. I like the applicator. I find that applicators like this make it super easier to dispense the product. So the product comes out white. Have a taste to it, but it has a nice vanilla type scent, like not like overly scented, just a nice light scent of vanilla. It feels really moisturizing on the lip, and by the time we get to our lipstick, hopefully it did its job and we're liking our lip. Now that I have my foundation on, I'm gonna go in and apply my concealer, and I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape to balance my foundation. As you can see, my face is a bit red, so I like to use my foundation to kind of balance. Let's try using that Luxie brush again to blend out my foundation and see how it works. I mean my concealer. Use it because, you know, with your concealer you're tapping it in. It's just that I feel like because the brush is so soft, you're gonna spend a longer time blending out your concealer than you necessarily need to. I would just rather use my beauty blender. I'm gonna apply my setting powder, and I'm gonna use my Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder, and I'm gonna actually utilize that brush. So I'm actually just taking off most of the product on this cloth that I have normally with me, and I'm gonna use it to pick up some of the setting powder. Pop off the excess. Works perfectly under my eyes to set my powder. Using my beauty blender to really push the powder in because I'm not gonna be baking today. Okay, so now I'm gonna set the rest of my face using the powder version of my foundation, and that's also the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible in the shade Cocoa. Gonna do some contouring, and I'm gonna take my Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Rich Mahogany. A brow product in my IPSY GLAM bag. It's the Benefit Gimme Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. This is in the shade 3, and it says to use the stroke brush tip along brow to define shape, brush through to blend and build. We're gonna try and see how this works, but first I'm gonna take a regular spoolie and just brush whatever powders in there. I'm not really seeing anything happening. A little bit of color, not a lot. Alright, so for me, I don't know. I'm not sure, but right now it did nothing really. I don't know if it's the color that they sent. I don't know. But so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz on the other brow and do it regularly, and then go on top with this and see if there is a difference. I don't feel like it's really doing anything. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe I need to try it some more and see what I'm supposed to do with it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I have no clue, but I'm not impressed. So I'm just gonna fix my brows doing what I normally would do by filling them in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz and then cleaning them up with the Tarte Shape Tape. In this brow, the one that I had applied the Benefits Gimme Brow on, my brows are very stiff, so I feel like it works like after, you know, like your setting spray locks everything in at the end. I feel like that's what this is supposed to do, like to lock your brows into place, because right now my brows are basically cemented on right now. Our eyes are primed, so now we're gonna go into our eye look. I got this Manakadar Beauty bronzer highlighter. Now I'm a woman of color, so the bronzer shade, from the first time I saw it, I know that it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. I'm gonna try them on my eyes instead. Let me do a swatch so you can see it. So first, I'm gonna my Juvia's Place, the Saharan palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Jamila. That's this orangey shade right here. And I'm gonna take it on a fluffy brush and sweep it into my crease area. Take some of my contouring powder that I used earlier from Black Radiance. I'm just gonna apply that a little bit lower and also with that Jamila shade that we just applied. From the Monocolor Beauty palette, I'm gonna take this dark golden shade and apply that on the lids. Also in my IPSY GLAM bag this month, I got an Endless Silky Eye Pen by IPSY by Petra, and it's in the shade Black Noir. Take that pencil, run it in my waterline and also below. Oh my god, this pencil is like, I barely touch my eyes, and look at that. Like, the pigmentation is so rich. This pencil is so freaking soft. Oh my god, I'm in love with this pencil. So I'm gonna take this pencil and I run it under my eyes also, and I'm gonna connect it with this side, the outer side of my eyes, like the space between my top and bottom eyelid, and kind of drag the pencil a little bit out just to make that kind of wing, but it's not at the top, it's on the bottom, and kind of connect it with the bottom. Oh my god, I freaking love this pencil. Favorite eyeliner pencil ever. So I'm gonna take this Morphe E36 brush and kind of blend this out. Let's see how blendable this pencil is. To blend also, it's not drying up on me. I'm in love with this pencil. When you get to the wing part, just kind of be a bit careful so it doesn't turn into an ugly square. You know, under my eyes look drying, that's the powder, but don't worry, we're gonna fix it. Because I want to smoke bottom eye out a bit more, so I'm gonna take some of the shade Chad and further intensify and blow it out. To the inner corner, I'm not gonna bring it all the way within there. I'm kind of bringing it down to leave a gap. Further blend it, I'm gonna take some more of the Jamila shade that we used earlier up top and just run that underneath. Using that same pencil by IPSY, I'm gonna tight line with it. I feel like I need to smoke this out a bit more, so I'm gonna work on smoking it out a bit more. So I'm gonna go in with my mascara, and for lashes I'm gonna go to my favorite, the Kisses Beyond Natural. Little spot that I left in the inner corner of my eyes, I'm gonna take the lighter shade from the Monocolor palette on a small e.l.f. precision brush, and I'm gonna wet this brush with my Smashbox primer water. This shadow is a bit like on the chalky side, even though I wet it. For this eye better, the inner side, I'm gonna remove, as I put it up here, I'm gonna try removing it. Keyword, try. Just gonna take a dry Q-tip. So I think for now, that's it for the eye. So we're gonna go move back to the finish everything. Sweep away all of this that was going on here. And I'm using that Luxie brush. This brush is perfect with powder. Take some of my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water just to kind of not make the face so cakey. Face is drying, I'm gonna take that Monocolor powder, and I'm gonna take the dark one and also the Luxie foundation brush, and I'm gonna try and see how it looks as a highlight. This brush is applying it so perfectly. It's litty on my nose. Like my nose and Cupid's bow, it's gleaming. Hello, highlight. I love this as a highlight. For blush, I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Color Icon in the shade Mellow Wine, and I'm gonna use that same brush. Ooh, a bit too much. Bit too much. Ooh, blend, blend, blend. Okay. Ooh, crisis averted. We're gonna move on to our lips, and the product that we use to prime our lips by Hey Honey. I can still feel it on my lips. My lips do feel somewhat moisturized, but not intensely. So I can work with it, and my pencil I feel will go on smoothly. That's enough for me. So I'm gonna take my MAC Chestnut lip liner and line my lips. For lip, I'm gonna take this matte liquid lipstick called by Charmed. And I don't know the shade, but it's a nice reddish orange lip color. The last thing that we have to do is set all of this in place and apply our bottom mascara. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like how I use the things that I got in this month's IPSY Glam bag. So if I had to rate my IPSY Glam bag for May, I would give it like a 3.5 out of a 5. I was severely impressed with the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen, and even the Luxie Precision Foundation brush I was impressed with, but not for foundation. Nope. But I did love it for all my powdering uses. So for the Monocolor Beauty Bronzer Highlighter, I was impressed with the darker shade. As my highlight, it did a beautiful job. Like, I don't even need to say anything, you can see it, right? The Gimme Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel, I feel like I need to play around with it a bit more. I feel like I don't really understand what its purpose is, because from reading the box you should use it alone, but when I did, it did nothing. But as I said, using it after I applied my regular Anastasia Beverly brow wave, it kind of locked my brows into place, because like right now touching my brows, they're like locked in. Like, if that's what its purpose is for, great. If not, then I don't know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you, and until next time, stay beautiful. Mwah.